need to stand up.
Yeah, I'm not.
No. Don't bury the lead. We have to bring it up here. I'm like shocked.
The fast food chain Wendy's?
Yeah. Well, wait till you see the video. And
okay. I have no clue what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, I think we all need to stand up as consumers. Wendy's is already overpriced.
Yep, they're not getting it.
I remember going there with my grandfather. We used to go to 99-cent meal. He used to get him like 99-cent chili, a fry, a little junior bacon. But I think we got to stand up. This is too much. And she did a great take on this as well. Hold on, let me get we're only going to watch a minute or two. Oh, Spamalot's coming. I've never seen that.
What the hell?
Oh, I got a funny Spamalot story. My mom went to a local community theater showing of Spamalot, and she says to me, "Oh, I saw a show the other day. It was called The Mighty Paisan." I said, "The Mighty Paisan? It's Monty Python." The Mighty Paisan.
No, but this goes into the whole thing about should consumers boycott.
Wait. Hold on. What do they mean by dynamic pricing?
Well, we're going to watch a little bit of the video.
Okay.
I think we do have to draw a line because it's not going to get any better, especially with I do support a minimum wage increase. There's a lot of young people out there just getting started. The cost of everything is insane. I don't know if it should be 18. I think 15 is more manageable or something, 13, 14, 15, because the price is just going to go insane where people are going to lose their jobs.
And I don't know if not trying to get political, but I don't know if you guys have seen lately, like I've been seeing this more and more on social media, and I'm impacted by this as a young person too. A lot of people my age, from like 21 and up, coming out of college, are finding it increasingly harder to get employed post-college. Like it's becoming very hard to find work in your field, I'm noticing, and I don't know why that is.
Wages go up, prices go exactly.
But
people do need to get paid more too, though. Strange. That's where I'm a little more nuanced. Like people want $18 minimum wage. I'm like, that's gonna crash. No one's gonna buy anything because look at Wendy's was already doing. Can you imagine what a Wendy's burger is gonna be?
Well, and again,
all those places have got a business.
Not trying to get political again, but like inflation is hurting a lot of people. Like the cost of living right now.
Food is the most expensive thing right now.
Well, the cost of living. Yeah. The cost of living is going up, but the wages are going.
But the other part why this specific story is BS is they're also using AI to determine what you wait till you see.
Okay, I need to see because I need to know because this impacts me because I don't. Okay,
this is where we're going, everyone. Everyone should be aware of this, and I think we should.
This impacts me because
if I'm in the drive-through and this happens, I am pulling out of the drive-through. I am leaving. If the price suddenly increases, I am not.
When it comes to me and when because I eat fast food occasionally. I try
save your coupons, everyone. Cut up your Wendy's coupons because they still send coupons out. Do not go unless you get a coupon.
I will say this: I don't think this is going to work. I don't think.
Let's get the. Let's. So everyone understands.
I just want to say this really quick. We watch it though, just really quick.
Yeah.
So where I live, right, we have like our fast food options are somewhat limited compared to bigger city areas, right? Like when I used to live in Vegas, there'd be like 80 different fast food chains, right? Here, you got a couple. Our local McDonald's, not very good. Burger King makes me sick. The only place I can get like fast food burgers is Wendy's, and it's right down the street. So I go to Wendy's. If I want a good burger, I typically go to Wendy's. So this impacts me a lot, believe it or not. So Wendy's, please don't hurt me.
Oh, they are.
I'm an old-fashioned guy. I believe in giving people more for their money. So not only is everything on Wendy's Super Value menu 99 cents each, but on our
I miss you, Dave Thomas.
Bacon cheeseburger, you get 2 full strips of bacon. At Wendy's, you don't pay more. You just get more.
Not anymore.
At Wendy's, you're about to pay more.
She does great.
Pretty funny.
She's gotten, people just assume the Young Turks are extremely left-leaning, and they are. very progressive, but she personally has gone a lot more nuanced in her takes.
Yeah,
She's
I mean,
great.
I don't watch the Young Turks YouTube as much as I used to, but like, and Anna's interesting.
Yeah.
And that's according to news from Wendy's indicating that they are going to start experimenting with dynamic pricing, similar to how Uber does things where if there's high demand, they're going to increase their prices. And then when there's low demand, they're going to lower their prices, but not lower than what you're currently paying.
See, that's just my problem with surge
Wait. So is it going to be like so like, let's say for example, if people really want the chili at Wendy's, right? So they can charge instead of like, I don't know how much they charge for chili. Like, let's say they charge $1. If people really want the chili, they can charge like $3 or $4.
No,
what they're saying?
it's going to be that if you go at lunchtime, you're going to pay more than if you go at 3 p.m.
Yeah, well, here's the thing with the dynamic pricing, and goes for movie theaters as well. I'd be more on board with dynamic pricing if you got a little bit cheaper at certain times too when no one's there. But no, it's just base price and then more. It's not more base price and lower if there's no one there, which would actually could help fast food chains, like and help poor people.
Because
I'll
go
when
either way, this is bad. But I feel like if it's
She's
per
not
item,
wrong.
if it's like an item basis, like what items are most popular on the menu, that's even worse than what time of the day.
Okay, so let's hear more of this.
So
that means they're just increasing their prices.
Yeah, so when there's a lot of customers in the store, they're gonna use this new AI technology to increase the pricing to respond to the higher demand for their squared burgers.
Yes. And even on the digital menus like drive-through, it's gonna see wait.
Because what if like you order through the app?
Okay.
Like you can
By
order
the way,
through
did
the
you
app
know
now?
the Baconator is like over $12 at this point?
No, you serious?
Yeah, let me see the exact amount, $12.20 something, $12.24 in New York City to be fair, but still, that's insane.
I'm stunned by that. Okay, so look, I have a soft spot in my heart for Wendy's. Really, like I loved it when I was growing up. When I went to go work for my dad, our big treat was if he took us to Wendy's and I got a double.
Now they're doing your duty, Jake.
Yeah. So when I see those old ads with Dave Thomas in them, please don't tell me his politics. I don't want to know. Okay, I like Dave Thomas. I like those old folksy ads. I love the where's the beef. I love everything about Wendy's. But now they're ruined.
Oh, Jake.
Everything is getting ruined. Everything you liked is getting ruined. Like, guys.
No, but I think this is funny because it's fast food, but I think we have to draw a line as consumers. I mean, do what you want. I'm not telling people I'm going to draw a line with this surge pricing. I'm going to leave the store or wherever. I'm like, sorry, employee, I'm not supporting this.
Yeah, this is going to fail miserably because do you remember a couple months ago when AMC tested sight lines in Chicago and New York? Do you remember the sight lines plan?
Theater seats? Yeah.
So
certain seats.
Yeah, so if you wanted like to sit in the center of the theater, you were going to pay more than if you sat like in the front row or and they were like, we're going to do this. We're going to do this in New York and Chicago, and then we're going to roll it out to the whole country. Well, it failed so miserably. AMC was like, yeah, remember that idea? Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I guarantee
you're going to have
try this dynamic
customers flip out too. This also makes it really uncomfortable for the employees. Yeah. They do not need to deal with this. This is going to have people flip,
especially for minimum wage when they don't get paid.
Could you imagine when the surge happens? Like, I mean, you know, because we've all worked in jobs where it's not that busy, then suddenly it gets busy. So suddenly you got a guy in line who got there when it wasn't busy. Then the guy behind him watches the price change and watches the guy in front of him pay less than what he's paying because the price just changed. That's going to piss people off so much.
Yeah, I really feel bad for all those employees out there. And look, let's be real. This is, even though fast food's not healthy for you, how many young people was their first job?
Young people.
Yeah,
I would say like 90% of young people, like in high school, were either working at a retail store like a Walmart or working fast food.
Yeah, so brick and mortar's already having issues, and then if fast food does this, fast food has a barrier of like it's not so good that it's worth all this hassle. It's like it's easy.
Well,
to just
a
get-
lot of fast food places, like, they're having issues staying open because they can't find employees that want to work.
yeah.
You know.
Well, I'm trying to eat out less, but the one thing I still like Wendy's for is they're the only fast food, at least the last time I went, I haven't been in a while, that still have salads too, because they have really good salads.
Yeah,
They have
I mean,
like taco
they have good
salad, apple
salads. Yeah, they
pecan.
got salads.
McDonald's got rid
chili.
of their salads.
Well, yeah, McDonald's. I feel like their quality's dropped off pretty bad. At least my local one, my local McDonald's is horrible. I hate.
Yeah, but there's no way I'm paying surge pricing.
Surge pricing just means I'm going to add extra. Not only am I increasing the rates, increasing the prices, but I'm going to add extra stress to your life because now you have to figure out when to go to Wendy's.
Yeah.
How about never?
Yeah.
No,
I love her there. How about never? That's where I'm at. No, they don't.
serious. Listen, these companies will continue doing things like this as long as you continue to just go along with it. So you're gonna do dynamic pricing. I'm gonna do dynamic go F yourself.
I love her reaction there. Listen,
That means
I'm not
they have
against
to,
I'm not against capitalism either, but I'm not just giving people my money. I'm
that
not.
means they have to F themselves more at
Dynamic pricing.
Yeah.
Depending on how busy it is, you got to F yourself even harder.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
quick
right.
question. Well, quick question for both, because you guys live in a much, well, I assume at least you guys probably live in like much like. How much are you guys paying for groceries? If you could divulge that. Out of
Well, I
curiosity.
go to Aldi's most of my groceries because I pay about like a fraction of my regular store.
Because we're spending at least upwards of like $500 to $700 a month on groceries. It's insane.
we're paying like $400 a week.
Well, we have just me and my wife, so there's not as many people, so I'd say like at least 300, 350, 400 a month.
Yeah, we spend a lot of money on groceries, like because we live in a house of 4, so it's a lot.
No, figure they could try this and they could try to capitalize on it, but I could do what I want with my money, and I'm not going along with it. Capitalism, they could try this, and if they succeed, they succeed. And guess what? All you consumers are going to get surge pricing as a lot more other places if this works. And I'm not doing it.
Well, this kind of ties into a different.
They are trying to capitalize on the situation, but it's within your rights as a consumer to say no.
But you know what? What's going to happen? You're going to have some of the other fast food places pick up on this, and they're going to advertise against Wendy's. They're going to be like, "Come to Burger King. We're not doing this. We're
I
not
don't know.
doing
I can easily see where it would be a success as Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A's line is always busy.
Chick-fil-A, I don't think would do that.
No, Chick-fil-A would lean into the fact that they're, not going to do this. They're about all American values and valuing the customer and all that.
That's not bad, Strange. You do pretty good there. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I only paid $70. This kind of ties into a different topic in the realm of
dynamic. Go F yourself. That's what I'm. I am not participating in this. If I get to the thing, I will just pull out a line. I'm like, have a good one. I'm not paying for this.
Yeah, well, this kind of ties into a topic in the realm of video games because, Max, I don't know if you saw the headlines today about Sony. They're going to be laying off about 900 employees.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's sad, but that's not a lot. That's not a lot.
Well, no, but when you have to put in the broader context of things, right? So this year alone, Microsoft laid out about 1,900 employees. Twitch laid off about 500. Discord laid off about 90. Like, you are seeing mass layoffs in the video game industry right now. Like, Sony is laying off 900 employees from multiple studios. They laid off. They killed an entire London studio that was making a Twisted Metal game. Which is
I know. I just heard about that.
Yeah, so that got canceled as a result of these layoffs. And we'll talk. I'm going to talk about this more on the podcast we're recording tomorrow. But just like the layoff situation in the video game industry is so bad right now. And it's because a lot of it comes down to corporate greed. They're asking these developers to make certain kinds of games that if they underperform, like, say, that new Suicide Squad game, which they're trying to make a bunch of money, right? Because it's a live service game.
Coming.
Well, that's what I was going to get to, though, right? So you are seeing the profits right? So if a game fails now, it can kill a studio, right?
Yeah.
Before that wasn't necessarily the case because just games are getting so expensive. They're
We
spending
should
upwards of
make
like
the indie game market is thriving, though.
Mhm.
You know,
The thing is, they're spending like $200 to $400 million on a big budget game, right? The CEOs and executives want more and more profits, right? And I've been seeing people are saying that the video game publishers and the executives might raise the price of video games. There's been suggestions, Max, hold on to your butts for this. There have been talks about raising the price of games to $100 per game.
I'm not going to buy that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
unless
that
it's
and
a
that and
game
that
I
again is
absolutely
because they're
need.
trying to make more money. That's the issue.
Yeah.
They need to bring in
I'll go
more
back and buy
profits.
some retro games I want,
Which I think if you
Thank
raise the
you,
price of games
Strange.
to
I'll
100,
talk to you about it. I'll talk
Yeah.
to you about it on Twitter.
They should just take all the unsold games and put them in a landfill in New Mexico.
yeah, that's funny.
Well, if anyone could justify a price increase, it would be Rockstar. Rockstar's games are huge. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But that's the issue we're finding ourselves now, where it's like the game industry is at a turn. Like
It's
Sony
just that
and
everyone tries to. If Rockstar was the only game studio that charged 100, I'd be okay with that. But the other studios are going to try to charge it too when they're not worth 100.
Yeah, and that's the thing though, right? Sony put out a statement being like, there are challenges in the industry right now, and we need I forget what their wording was, but the games industry is at a turning point. I'm not sure where we're heading, where we're going to go, because
it's just like the
as it stands,
movie
it's
and
not
streaming.
sustainable.
You need better quality. You need you need really good managers to manage.
Well,
all
the
this
issue is
stuff.
that things like the games why does the game like Spider-Man 2? Love that game, but why does that game cost $300 million to make? That is way too much. It's way too expensive, and that's what I think you're going to see a lot of these games have to cut back and be like, like there's that recent game that came out. I don't know if you heard of it, Max, called Helldivers 2. That's a Sony.
Well, my answer would be scalable games. Is make
I
it
think you need more mid-budget games, more $40 games.
Make it a base level game at the start. That would be my answer. That's scalable. That's actually easier to put on all platforms, and then and then make it easily upgradable with your textures and everything, where you just keep upgrading, and then charge more for the premium experience.
Personally, I think that what we need personally is I think we need the return of like the mid-budget video game, like a $40 video game that's rich in gameplay.
Look at what Sega's doing. Sega's coming back with all these titles. They might not be good, but that's basically what they're doing.
But don't all these games, like I don't play a lot of modern video games, but don't all these games eventually drop to $20? Like once
eventually, yeah. Well, the issue, okay, for example, there are some games that came out, let's say 5 months ago, you can get for like $40 now.
Jade has to pay $120 for a video game.
Well, yeah, if you live in Canada, yeah. In some I know, for example, I have a friend in Brazil. She doesn't have a PlayStation 5. Do you know why, Max? Guess how much a PlayStation 5 is in Brazil?
$1,200.
$900 equivalent. Yeah. It's insane, right?
That's what Jade and CJ said too.
Yeah, to answer Joe's question though, the issue is that these games, they're okay, like I said, Spider-Man 2, $300 million budget, right? That doesn't include marketing, I don't think either, just like with the movie, right? So if you sell 10 million copies for like $70 a piece, I'm not sure what that turns out in revenue, but that's the issue. They're making these games for huge budgets and they're getting a profit. It's just not a huge profit to justify spending as much as they are. And that's the issue we're seeing. God knows how much GTA 6's budget is. GTA 6's budget could be $500 million. Something insane like that, And that's just the issue we're seeing. I think it just ties into it because I'm not sure. I've seen some gaming pundits think that we need to raise the price of games again. Some people think that we just need to get rid of.
That's why I think Xbox has the right idea. I think Sony should put their games on more platforms too.
But here's the thing, though, Max. Microsoft just laid off almost 2,000 employees themselves.
Yeah.
So it's just, one of it's fun. Not really. It's not funny, but the only company so far that I've seen not do mass layoffs is Nintendo.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why Nintendo seems
because their games are not. They're always developed at generations prior generation costs. Their games games they're making now are still.
You know what? That's a good point.
Except
They're
for
not
Legend of
pushing the
Zelda.
technological envelope.
Except that's the one where they went over budget. They said they just wanted to do it. That's the
Which one?
Zelda one.
I'm gonna take off. It's 2:45, so I
Okay,
need to get
thanks,
to
Joe.
sleep.
All right, see you, Joe. But yeah, no, it's just that's just something that just personally bugs me a lot because I don't like seeing the mass layoffs that we're seeing. It deeply upsets me because that's so many people now without a job, and this
No,
has been the
I really
this has
feel
been the
for the
worst
young
year.
generations that have all these student loans. It's like horrendous.
Oh
That's
yeah,
why I get so passionate about covering movie talk too. I'm like, we're like Joe that just left. He's like, well, you still have the movie. I'm like, that doesn't matter. These executives that make way more than they should, making these horrible decisions, by these bad decisions, do not provide a lot of job security for all these young, talented people in there. Because the movies can be bad, but that the people working on them are not. They're just
that's a great
direction.
point, and that applies to video games as well. When a top level gaming executive is like, make more live service games,
and who loses their job? The lower level,
not the executive.
Yeah.
It's the developer.
That's
who have
why
to make the game that they're told to make.
Yeah. All right. So let me watch this. Watch this part where they talk about the.
Okay, how about that? That's super dynamic. Okay, so enjoy Wendy's, because if this is allowed to stand with Wendy's,
Are you also going to join the Wendy's boycott, RJ? If you go to and they try to charge you more?
Considering the state I live in, if they did this, there would be riots in the street.
Okay.
We don't live like we're all American down here.
It's making the news. They must be doing it.
I think they're gonna do like what Joe said with AMC. I guarantee they're gonna try this in like Chicago and New York City, and then maybe bring it to other places if it's successful.
All right.
then every other company is going to do it.
They're all going to do it.
They're all going to do it. So
when you go to eat, when are prices higher? When people go to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So that means the prices are just higher.
So again, this practice is similar to what you might have already experienced with Uber and Lyft, which, by the way, after Uber and Lyft started doing that, stopped using Uber and Lyft.
Oh, good. You have another choice. I don't, because the cabs don't. I mean, cabs work in LA if you're at LAX and you want to leave. But cabs otherwise don't work in LA. You can't ever order a cab.
I literally.
So now we're prisoners of this, and sometimes, I'll have to go during rush hour and it's double, sometimes triple. It's ridiculous how high it is.
It's astronomical.
This is why.
This is why I'm glad I don't live in a big area, just so I don't need to rely on Uber.
This is why, like, Toys R Us, toy companies aren't doing as well. Brick and mortar aren't doing as well. Whenever they start to struggle, they always push it off onto their cash cow customers until they burn.
Yeah, and the problem
they burn their diehards.
Yeah, and the problem with that, when you push it on the customers, that the customer only has so much money.
So instead of trying to get people back and do better products or better experiences, this is what every major company does. And this is why you can't go to a toy store anymore, like Mattel and Hasbro, because I used to cover toys and dolls with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
They started doing less accessories with the action figures and dolls. They became cheaper and cheaper to try to like squeeze a little bit more money out of their consumers and make it a lesser experience. This is what every company does.
Yeah,
and it's not going to work.
And now
I'm not going to
where do you get toys? You get them in like the tiny aisle at Walmart and like the somewhat little less tiny aisle at Target.
Best Buy steelbooks at Walmart now too. But Walmart, the thing is, Walmart's not the answer because Walmart's not going to keep it forever either.
Yeah, well, Best Buy decided to screw their customers over by getting rid of all their physical media completely, except for video games, and that's going to go away too. I guarantee it. And it's just like, it's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, Hasbro's not doing well. Don't pirate it, Rational. All these young people, that's who it's hurting is the young talented people. It's not hurting the big executives when you do that. And I'm not going to get, hardcore on piracy and all that either, but I do think it has an impact because people still watch everything they do. But honestly, the quality is going to help with that as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be a market for like people who want to pirate stuff. I mean,
but if you do a really good quality product, it won't
really matter.
It's going to overcome that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But yeah, but then in this video they're talking about being at the drive-in and let me see.
Which ends up being less than paying for Uber.
Yeah, and that's why they're doing it, to try to.
Here we go.
Is on the menu board that there's intelligence to make menu changes and suggestive selling.
AI is going to do this as you're going through the drive-through.
So like refresh the
boards.
menu.
Yeah, so it's no longer fixed prices on the menu boards. That the AI is going to figure out what's going on, and the AI is going to do it to you.
So if the AI system notices that there's higher demand at a given hour, they'll change the prices on the menu board. Now, a Wendy's spokesperson explained to CBS News, as early as 2025, we plan to test a number of features such as AI-enabled menu changes and suggestive selling based on factors such as weather, that we think will provide great value.
If it's hot, a milkshake's going to be more expensive.
And if it's cold, the
coffee and the chili. Yes, that's what it means, RJ. Isn't this ridiculous? This is where we're going.
That's scary.
I don't know if I want I said I don't have a hard stance on piracy. I don't like to pirate current stuff, honestly.
Well, yeah, I mean, Nintendo is
like old school stuff I bought over years and years and years, and then sometimes the digital license expired too. Some of these games I bought,
Yeah. Well, Nintendo is suing a emulator company on PC because people are using it to pirate their newer games. So that's a whole lawsuit that came out today too. So the piracy thing with gaming is an issue.
But does this make it worse that they have the surge pricing? It's also going to be controlled by AI.
It's concerning, yeah. I mean, none of this sounds good.
And an improved customer and crew experience. Why would you think that it provides better value? You're literally going to increase prices. That's the whole reason why they made a $20 million investment. You think Wendy's, the corporation, sat down and was like, why don't we make a $20 million investment so we can save our customers money? They think we're stupid. Okay, so a Wendy's Baconator, as I earlier mentioned, is already $12.24 in New York City. But with dynamic pricing, the burger could increase in price during lunchtime because there's going to be higher demand. And it could go back down to the low price of $12.24 when things get slower in the late afternoon. Wendy's.
Oh boy. I don't know.
It sounds like a disaster.
I mean, it seems like a lot of corporations are going to try it. If all it has to do is work at one place.
Did not provide details as to how severely prices could fluctuate. So Wendy's CEO Kirk Tanner expects this to result in an immediate sales growth. So what they mean by that isn't we're going to attract more customers. It's that we expect customers
to pay more,
to just bear this. The market will bear it. And so we will make more money off of the customer.
Companies make. They just assume once you make these changes, people will just put up with it and buy it anyway. We'll make more money. Doesn't matter.
Skynet's on the way.
Yeah, there's some there's some interesting stuff going on with technology. It's getting crazy.
Oh boy, I'm glad I'm older. I wouldn't want to be. I would, No,
that's not a good thing. No, they're gonna come after the older people first with these changes.
Why? What are they going to do to me? I'm gonna be 42.
I don't know. I don't know what your job is, but they might replace you with AI. I don't know.
I thought, I work in customer service. It's possible that I could be replaced by AI, but I think it's gonna be a while off for me.
Well,
mostly in my specific customer service job, which I'm not gonna state. Okay. All right. Let me get to the mailbag. Let's see what's in the mailbag tonight. But that really got me worked up earlier. I was like, really? I haven't been to Wendy's because they have been too expensive.
Well, I feel like everything's too expensive, honestly. Most, I mean, like I said, the price of stuff is going up, but our wages stay the same. It doesn't make sense.
Figure Drawing says cassettes to record the radio, VCRs to record copy-paste movie shows, and Napster were also to destroy the movie industry, etc. And you know what? VCRs and cassette players didn't do it, but Napster and the internet did. They really
that's why Napster went away.
No, but they really impacted the record industry. Figure only the top make money in the record industry still. Everyone else, like smaller bands, go direct to consumer on that lately and do like signed vinyls and tours to make their money. But the record industry as it was, it wasn't VCRs or cassettes that did it. It was the internet, because it's a lot more a lot faster, and the quality was good. Like, not that the quality's bad